Update. Girlfriend wants another phone for personal use for her birthday. Original post. Me, 26 male, and my girlfriend, 25 female, have been together for 10 months. She already has a phone that works fine. I helped pay for it. Recently, she told me she wants a second phone just for personal use and thinks I should buy it for her as her upcoming birthday gift. I asked what she means by personal use, and she got vague. She said it's just not something she wants on her main phone. She also said it's about privacy and that I should trust her. I told her I wasn't comfortable paying for another phone without a clear reason. She got upset and said I was being controlling and turning money into a power thing. That wasn't my intention. I just don't want to feel like I'm being used or ignoring my gut. I don't know what I should do now. Please give me suggestions. Now for the top comments before reading the update. 2 phones plus sketchy vagueness equals relationship kaput. When she oddly volunteers that it's not about cheating and tells you you're being controlling, it's about cheating. Yeah, I think I am dating the wrong person. I was so desperate to not be single. I'm sorry. Ugh, this is so sad. I ignored the red flags. Red flag number 1, you're not even a year in, and you're already paying her bills. Red flag number 2, she wants another phone on the down low because she's hooked you, but you're not paying as much as she hoped. Time to get another mark. Don't pay another woman's bills before you're married. It's fine to treat them to dinner or buy them the occasional gift. If they ask or expect bill money or for you to co-sign, don't do it. It's fine to date them while they try to get it together, but it's their responsibility to fix it. If they can't handle their finances before they are married, it's going to be a black hole after marriage. And saying no weeds out the grifters and sex workers up front. My brother in Christ, you have 2 options. 1, leave her because she's a cheat, or 2, give her a phone but become her pimp. Now for the update. Hey guys, today's been a long day. I barely slept last night thinking about how stupid I was for ignoring the red flags and trusting her words this whole time. I kept replaying everything in my head and reading through your comments. The more I thought about it, the more I realized if I didn't end it now, I'd just talk myself into staying and slowly let this whole dynamic get worse. I could already feel myself starting to rationalize it. I didn't like that. So I got up early, made a couple of strong cups of coffee, and called her since we don't live together. I asked if she wanted to meet at a local park after I got off work. It's a busy park with lots of people around. She agreed right away. It wasn't unusual for us to meet there, especially since it's been weirdly warm for February. I worked from home today, and it was a blur. I did the bare minimum. I couldn't focus. As soon as I was done, I called her to confirm, and within about 30 minutes we were there. At first I kept it light. We walked a bit, I joked around, got her laughing, and eventually we sat down on a bench and I told her we needed to talk. I explained how the whole second phone thing made me feel manipulated. I told her I already felt pressured helping pay for the first phone and now being expected to buy another one for personal use, with no clear explanation, didn't sit right with me. She was quiet for a minute. Then she said it was a big misunderstanding and that she was joking about the second phone. That didn't make sense to me, so I asked her why she doubled down about privacy, trust, and accused me of using money as power if it was just a joke. She couldn't really answer that. It was just more vague stuff. That was kind of it for me. I told her I'd had enough and that I wanted to break up. She tried to kiss me after I said it, like that would smooth it over. I stepped back. I wasn't going to let it turn into some emotional back and forth. I said I was done and started walking to my car. She walked off toward hers. I got in mine and left. It sucked. I'm not going to pretend it didn't. But honestly, as soon as I drove away, I felt this weird mix of sadness and relief. I don't want to be in a relationship where my gut is constantly telling me something's off and I'm being told I'm controlling for asking basic questions. Anyway, that's the update. I appreciate the straight talk from you guys. Sometimes you need outside perspective to see what you're ignoring. Also, I just wanted to clarify that we only had each other's phone and social media passwords because she strongly wanted it and offered me hers to convince me. I don't even know if the passwords were real because I had never once snooped on her. I changed my passwords this morning before work. so I'm not worried about that. Man, it still eats at me wondering what the heck she wanted the phone for. Anyways, glad it worked out for you. A second Pokemon Go account so she can send gifts back and forth more easily. It sounds like you handled this extremely well. I know I would have struggled, especially if I loved the person, so I really admire that you just went and did it after getting outside perspective. Open communication is the best kind of trust in my opinion, and she wasn't doing that at all. You'll continue to feel happier after this adjustment period for sure. I will definitely continue to ground myself and stay positive for the future. What is something that helped you feel happier? Well, it's different for everyone depending on what kind of happiness you're looking for. Hobbies, self-care, it could be any number of things, so it's a bit hard to give an answer when it's such an open-ended question. I mean, for me, I'm going through quite a hard time in my life right now for various reasons. I'm autistic as well, so I don't fare very well with change. So for me, being able to enjoy my favorite shows or hobbies that keep me grounded makes it a bit easier to get through each day. I lost a 5-year relationship not long before Christmas, so rather than looking for a new relationship, I think it's important to focus on yourself and what supports you have in life, like trusted friends or family. I met a friend here on Reddit actually, and we speak often, so that's been helpful too. It depends on what you're going through and what kind of person you are. Next story. Am I the a-hole for going no contact with my girlfriend for a weekend after she chose to reconnect with an old friend instead of honoring a year planned commitment? I, 30 male, have been with my girlfriend, 31 female, for 2 years, and it was my birthday. For my birthday, I explained that I really wanted to spend a weekend away, just the two of us, in the mountains. We had been planning this for the better part of a year. As the weeks passed and we were only a few days away from leaving, one of her best friends mentioned that an old friend of theirs was coming back to town. He was in town for the same weekend we were planning to leave. She said she had to cancel because she had to see him. I was dumbfounded, since it was a high school friend whom she never associates with or mentions. Heck, she didn't even follow him on any social media. She said we could do the trip anytime, and that he was only in town for the weekend. I told her we had made plans, taken off work, and prepaid for reservations. Heck, I had even planned to propose. We argued, and in the end I said, do what you want. The day arrived, and she left to meet her friends for breakfast. I packed up and went on my planned vacation. Not alone though. After I told my good friend what happened, he and his brother cleared their weekend to travel up with me. She got home later and asked where I was. I texted her my new plans and said I'd be home Monday, as originally planned. She started blowing up my phone, so I set it to Do Not Disturb. When I checked my messages later, it was more of the same, calling me cruel, gaslighting, and selfish. Not the a-hole. She flaked on your birthday weekend plans to meet up with some guy you've never heard of, and then complained that he still went without her, instead of sitting at home on his birthday, twiddling his thumbs while alone and doing nothing. Yeah, that's the cherry on the turd sundae. Ditching him on his birthday is bad enough, but getting pissed that he made alternate plans? Did he need to be home alone pining for her? Wow, your girlfriend is a massive a-hole. Zero accountability for her decision to ditch you for some random guy who shows up out of nowhere. Then she calls you controlling, manipulative, gaslighting, etc. She's definitely projecting. Probably trying to externalize her guilt and blame you for her feeling bad about cheating. Yeah, I fully believe she cheated. No one in their right mind cancels plans they've had for months with their partner, just because some random dude they haven't seen since high school rolled into town. Not the a-hole. Return the ring and go buy yourself something fun. She showed that she considers you less of a priority than some random guy from high school. Is that really someone you want to marry? Someone who intentionally puts you second? Yeah, this definitely has me rethinking my proposal plans. I'm going to take some time to think it all over, but you're right. I should return the ring and maybe buy something for myself. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You are very obviously not a priority to her. She literally prioritized an acquaintance, not a close friend, not someone in crisis, just some dude she knew in high school over you. And you still think spending your life with her might be a good idea? Return that ring. Yeah, time to find a new girlfriend. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to go to a Valentine's dinner with my girlfriend if she insists on bringing her friend and making it a Galentine so she feels better? I, 25 male, have been with my girlfriend, 24 female, for about 1.5 years. And as we both work long hours in corporate jobs, I was really looking forward to spending a romantic Valentine's Day with her tomorrow. I wanted to spend some time together during the day before heading to our favorite restaurant in the evening. We've both been really excited and have had this planned for about a month. However, earlier today my girlfriend called me to ask if I would mind if she brought her close friend Amelia to join us. Long story short, Amelia was dumped by her long-term boyfriend of about 7 years a couple of weeks ago and is still devastated over it. She was speaking to my girlfriend on the phone about how this would be her first Valentine's Day alone since she was a teenager, and it brought all the painful memories flooding back. My girlfriend told her, on the phone without asking me, that we'd be really happy for her to come with us so she feels better, and we can celebrate Galentines at the same time. Amelia was apparently really happy with the idea and thanked my girlfriend repeatedly. When my girlfriend told me, I was incredibly annoyed. I told her we'd planned this for ages, and I wanted to spend quality time with her, not have it interfered with in what will effectively be a make Amelia feel better dinner. I like Amelia and get on well with her, but I don't want to spend my Valentine's Day consoling someone else. I said as much to my girlfriend, but she responded that this one small act would go a long way in making Amelia feel better, and that we'd have spent all day together, while we can always go out for dinner another day. I basically gave an ultimatum that if Amelia comes along, I won't be going, as this isn't what I had in mind at all. My girlfriend called me childish and selfish and said that if I was going to act like this, she'd go with just Amelia. I hung up at this point, but am still adamant that this whole thing is crazy, and I'm not changing my mind. I don't understand how my girlfriend and Amelia don't see this as strange. Yes, she's upset, but where's the social awareness in gladly accepting an invitation to a couple's Valentine's dinner? I've spoken to my mom, who said that my girlfriend is simply trying to be supportive and that I should avoid blowing this out of proportion. Having said that, am I the a-hole and should I go along to make everyone happy, or am I right to still want to stand my ground? Not the a-hole. She can do Valentine's Day with you and Galentines with her friends separately. That was always allowed. If the friend is sad about being dumped, wouldn't going with a couple to a romantic dinner at a restaurant presumably surrounded by other couples having romantic Valentine's Day dinners make her feel worse? There's a high probability that the evening is just going to be Amelia being sad while your girlfriend consoles her, not even a make Amelia feel better dinner. If they want to do Galentines, they should drink wine in their pajamas another time. I really don't get why Amelia would want to crash their romantic plans. If your girlfriend wants to make her friend feel better, she can do Galentines with her on another day. I just did one with my girlfriends last night. The only thing I hated more than my ex after our breakup was literally other couples being happy together. Why on earth would the friend even want to be there? That's what I was thinking. Why does this friend even want to go out with them? It's just weird. Misery loves company. Yup, the only thing Amelia wants is for OP to be single for Valentine's, so her bestie can be as miserable as she is. Last story. Am I the a-hole for telling my BFF I won't be at any of her future major life events if my ex-boyfriend is there? I, 32 female, broke up with my ex-boyfriend a little over a year ago. We had a very intertwined friend group, and initially the breakup was amicable, with us still living together for a while afterward. I broke it off with him because it just did not feel like an equal relationship anymore, with me taking on the brunt of the finances and him treating me like a live-in sugar mama. Crap hit the fan a couple of days after we broke up. Within days, he was back on dating apps and talking about it openly. He was on calls with girls a room away from me within the week and also brought a date home, less than 2 weeks after we broke up. There was an absolute lack of respect there, and I eventually kicked him out. Other stuff came out in the following weeks about him doing shady stuff when we were still together. However, my BFF's boyfriend is best friends with my ex, and most of my friends' partners are, and this is where it gets messy. They are currently planning their wedding and are moving into a new home soon, but I've said that I won't attend events if my ex is there. The things he did really messed me up, and I don't want to be near him. I said I likely wouldn't go to any future events that he's at, children's birthdays, etc. I love my friend, but I don't want to be around this guy. She's naturally very upset, but I just don't want to do it. I know I might be causing myself to miss out on big life events, but I just can't commit to them right now if I know he'll be there. Am I the a-hole? Edit as suggested by some commenters. I found out afterward that he was subscribed to his ex's OF for most of our relationship, and that I was more than likely paying for it. He didn't earn a lot, and I ended up funding most of our expenses. He weekly asked me for loans, etc. And when I'm talking about him bringing women over, I mean in the 2 to 3 weeks following our breakup to our shared apartment while I still lived there. As you'll see from the comments, while I did break up with him, I still grieved the relationship. We were together for 4 years. Need more info? Did you advise your friend in a respectful manner, not presenting it like an ultimatum, it's him or me style? I think the approach is everything. No, I absolutely did not present an ultimatum. I just told her that I don't want to go to any events that he's definitely going to attend. I don't mind if he's invited. I would just rather not be there. Based on this, you're not the a-hole. I was in a similar-ish situation. Upon my divorce, I wanted nothing to do with my ex. We had similarly intertwined friends, and I politely told them I didn't want to be at events she'd be at. Eventually, long-term, they all picked sides, and thankfully most picked me, but it took a while. I guess they picked me because, for the most part, my ex stopped hanging out with them and I did not stop inviting them. Yours is tricky since your BFF's boyfriend is best friends with the guy. There's nothing wrong with you telling her so she knows you won't be at events he's at. It's your life, and if you don't want to be around him, you absolutely shouldn't. Just be prepared that you may need to find a new set of friends. Did you tell the friend group what he did? Yes, they're actually the ones who found out he was subscribed to his ex's OF for our entire friendship and told me. I don't understand why they would want to be friends with a scumbag, honestly. Maybe some dudes would overlook it, but I'd be shocked if the women did. And if they were cool with their men hanging out with him, I wouldn't be.